Let us start question number 9 from Pure Math 4 Pearson Edexcel A-level exam. This exam was taken in January 2024. This is the last question of this paper. Let us read the statement. Figure 4 shows a sketch of the curve C with parametric equations. X equals secant t, y equals square root 3 tan into t plus pi by 3, and value of t lies between pi by 6 and pi by 2. Find dy by dx in terms of t. We can find dy by dx by using chain rule. Okay, if you remember the formula for chain rule, we will differentiate this function with respect to t, and we will get the answer for x as dx by dt. Okay, and other answer you could find from here, that is dy by dt. Okay, and from here we could use chain rule to find dy by dx. This is called chain rule. Okay, so you can write as dy by dt multiply dt by dx. You will take the reciprocal of this one to make dt by dx. Dy by dt you can get from here. So this is the way how you could use chain rule. It is just of 3 marks, so we could easily solve it. First part, x equals secant t and y is equals to square root 3 tan into t plus pi by 3. So as I told you, we will differentiate this function with respect to t. You get from here dx by dt. We know the formula for different derivative for secant t is secant t tan t. Now we differentiate with y with respect to t. We get the answer dy by dt. Square root 3 is a constant, so you can keep as is. And we know the derivation for tan is secant square. So we can write as secant square, keep the same angle, t plus pi by 3. And if you have other than t function, we differentiate it again actually. But fortunately the angle derivative is 1. So you can write as 1. Because t is 1, pi by 3 is a constant, so it is 0. So you will multiply always the angle derivative. Okay. Now by chain rule, we can solve it by chain rule. Dy by dx is equals to dy by dt multiply dt by dx. So here substitute the values. Dy by dt we already got it, that is square root 3 secant square t plus pi by 3 multiply, we will take the reciprocal of this one. Okay, to get the answer for dx by dt by dx. Here we have dx by dt, but here we need to find the value for dt by dx. So it will be 1 over secant t tan t. So finally we will get the answer here for first part. The next it cannot be simplified, and just only write properly like this way. Square root 3 secant square t plus pi by 3 divided by secant t tan t. So this is the answer for first part. Let's move on. Find the equation of tangent to C at point where t equals pi by 3. You need to find the point when t equals to pi by 3. You can substitute this value here to get the value of x, and then you can substitute this value here, you will get value of y. So you will get the point where you want to find the equation of tangent. To find that point, substitute this value in these two equations. First of all, we will do this step. For second part, we have x equals secant t and y equals square root 3 tan t plus pi by 3. Substitute t equals to, we need to find the equation of tangent at this point pi by 3. So use t equals to pi by 3 in these two equations to get the point. Then we will find the equation of tangent there. And you can find that here this is the gradient. You could find gradient as well by using this equation. Hopefully you understand this step. Okay, you can find gradient from here. That's it. First of all, get the point. X equals to secant pi by 3. I know secant is not there in your calculator, so you can convert it into cosine pi by 3. You can use calculator directly here. If your calculator is in radian mode, this calculator will give you the answer 2. Okay, so it will give you 2. Value of x will be 2 because this cosine pi by 3 is 1 over 2, so 1 over 1 over 2 will be 2. Now y will be equals to square root 3 tan pi by 3 plus pi by 3. So it will be equals to square root 3 tan 2 pi by 3. Use calculator. Your calculator should be in radian mode and get your answer from here. You will get the answer for all of this function will be negative square root negative 3 only. So this will be the value. Now you could find also the gradient. Gradient will be equals to you know that in previous part we already got dy by dx, that is 3 square root 3 secant square, that is t plus pi by 3. So you can use the value of t here. T is pi by 3 plus pi by 3. Divide by secant t and tan t. Secant pi by 3 and tan pi by 3. So we will simplify this. Square root 3. This one will be equals to secant square. You can use 2 pi by 3, and this way to get the answer for directly from for this function. That is 2 if you remember that. Okay, we already got that answer 2 here. So you can write the answer for this one directly from this information. So it will be 2 here, and tan pi by 3. We know the answer for tan pi by 3. You can use calculator for this purpose. This is equals to square root of 3. This square root 3 will be cancelled out with this one. Write this one as 1 over 2. Secant square can be written as, because secant is reciprocal of cosine, so you can write as 1 over cosine square 2 pi by 3. This thing you can write in your calculator. Let's find the answer for it. Get your answer for this cosine square 2 pi over 3, that is 1 over 4. So we can write as 1 over 2 into 1 over 1 over 4. This is in third denominator always multiply with the numerator. Okay, so this 2 will be cancelled out and we get the answer as equals to 2 again. So gradient will be 2. We already got the point, that is, if you remember, the point is 2 and negative 3 is the point through which we want to find the equation of tangent, and gradient is this one. Equation of tangent through 2 and negative 3 is y minus y1 equals to m into x minus x1. This is the formula, standard formula. Okay, so substitute the values. Y minus y1, y1 is this value, so this minus and that minus makes plus, so we get as 3. M is 2 and then x minus 2. Because we want the answer in this form, y equals to mx plus c form, therefore you must bring everything towards right side. So we get as 2x minus 4 and bring this 3 there. So it will be negative 3, and finally our answer will be 2x minus 7. This is the required equation of tangent. C. Show that all points on C satisfy the equation y equals ax square plus b 3x square minus 3 square root divided by 4 minus 3x square, where a and b are constants to be found. We have two equations, parametric equations, and we will get our result from these two equations by using these two equations. This is called converting parametric equations to Cartesian equation. Okay, So let us start with y. Y is equals to square root 3 tan. I'm using this equation. Okay. Square root 3 tan t plus pi by 3. If you remember a formula for expanding tan a plus b, that is equals to tan a plus tan b divided by 1 minus tan a tan b. So we can expand this tan into this form by using that formula. So it will be equals to square root of 3 tan t plus tan pi by 3 divided by 1 minus tan t tan pi by 3. If you use calculator, and your calculator should be in radian mode, you will get the answer for tan pi by 3 as square root 3. This tan pi by 3 is equals to square root 3. So we can write as square root of 3 tan t plus square root 3 divided by 1 minus square root 3 tan t. So this is the equation for y, but we need to convert our y in terms of x. So we can get the value of tan in terms of x from this equation. We have x equals to secant t. If you take square of both sides, this will be x square secant square t, and secant square t will be can be written as 1 plus tan square t. 1 plus tan square t. So we can get the value of tan from here. 1 plus tan square t equals to x square. So tan square t will be equals to x square minus 1. Tan square t will be equals to x square minus 1. We can get the value of tan t from here. That will be equals to taking square root of both sides to get rid of this square. So it will be x square minus 1. Why I'm taking positive value only? Because we know that t lies in the first quadrant. It means from 30 degrees to 90 degrees. So it will be in the first quadrant, and therefore I'm taking as positive value for tan. So substitute this in equation number 1. Substitute in equation 1. This is equation number 1. We can substitute over here. For tan t, we can write as x square minus 1. So y will be equals to square root 3 is outside of the bracket. Then there we have tan t. So we can replace it by x square minus 1 square root. Then plus square root 3 divided by we have 1 minus square root 3 tan t. 1 minus square root 3 tan t. Tan t could be replaced with its value, that is square root of x square minus 1. Got it? Now whenever you have square root in the denominator, to get rid of that denominator, we take the conjugate and multiply it. It is called rationalization, rationalizing the denominator. So to rationalize the denominator, we will multiply this fraction with its conjugate. Write this one as is. What is the conjugate of this one? It will be just change the sign of this value. Here if it is minus, so make it plus. If it is plus, make it minus. 1 minus, so minus change plus, so it will be 1 square root 3, then x square minus 1 divided by 1 plus square root 3 x square minus 1 square root. Now in the numerator we will multiply. There are two terms here. This term will multiply both of these two values. So we can write as square root 3 x square minus 1 multiplied by 1. We get the answer x square minus 1 square root. Then x square minus 1 multiplied by that x square minus 1 square root. So it becomes the square root, square of that value. So you can write as square root of 3, then x square minus 1 because both are same, so you can take square. Now this square root 3 will multiply by 1, we get square root 3, and this square root 3 will multiply by this value. So because both two values are same, you can take square root square and then keep x square minus 1 as is. And if you notice that in the denominator there is a formula a minus b, a plus b, then it will be the difference of the two squares, like a square minus b square. So a is 1, we take the square of the first value, minus is of formula, then square of the second value. Second value is square root 3, x square minus 1 square root. Then take square of this value. Now we can cancel out square with square root, this square with square root, this square with square root. Then we can write here square root 3 right as is, then simplify inside. So it will be x square minus 1 square root. Here the coefficient is 1 and this one is 3, and we have this these two values like terms, so you can add these two coefficients together. 3 plus 1, because it is the same value, so you can write as 4 square root of x square minus 1. We can simplify this one. This square root is cancelled out, so square root 3 will multiply with x square, we get answer square root of 3 x square, and then this square root multiply negative 1, we get answer square root negative square root 3 plus square root 3. This is already been solved with this one, and in the denominator we can simplify that. Expand, 1 square is 1, square root is cancelled with the square, so we can write as minus 3 into x squared minus 1. That's it. Now we can cancel this square root 3 with this one. Now let's go back. What we want to prove? We want here ax square, then square root should be the second term, and in the denominator it should be, it looks like this. Anyways, now simplify further. This square root 3 will multiply here, so we can write as square root 3, 4 square root 3, and then square root of x square minus 1. Then this square root 3 multiply by this one, so it becomes a square, x square. Then expand this bracket, 1 minus 3 x square, this minus 3 and minus 1 makes it plus 3, and we can multiply because these two values are under square root, so you can multiply this value here and with the other value, and you can write this value first as the requirement of the question. So this will be cancelled out. We can write as 3x square plus 4, and you can multiply 3 inside the under the square root. 3 multiply x square will be 3x square, and this 3 multiply negative 1 will be negative 3, and in the denominator it will be 4 minus 3x square. Hopefully this is exactly according to our requirement. Here is x square and denominator is 4 minus 3x square, so outside of square root we have the value. It is as required. Implies that value of a will be 3, this 3, and b is 4. This is the last part of this exam, and this question number 9 is done and exam is done. Thank you so much.